Hello YouTube, welcome to our channel on regrooving tires. So a little bit different video here today, but I'm just showing you guys how to regroove tires on a payloader. So as you can see, we got these giant payloader tires, and you can see there isn't a whole lot of tread left in these tires. So you can see kind of what I've been doing, how I'm retreading. So there's a little side-by-side comparison, I would say. So not the prettiest of job, but it's going to do what we need it to do. We're getting a lot of tread depth back out of these tires without needing to spend a whole bunch of money on tires. So I'm just going to show you guys our machine here that I bought off of Amazon. So it is Tire Regroover with the tire spelled wrong apparently, but this is how I'm running it. So here's your power switch, tells you you're on. You can hear it by the fan. I'm sure you guys can hear that. But then here is your shift switch. Not really sure what that does, to be honest, but I have that set in 1. Then I got my temperature just kind of set right there. And then here's the gun. So this is the push gun, I would call it. So you set it on the tire and you can see here how I push it. So that starts heating up. Here, let me set it down here. So that starts heating up that tooth. It'll actually turn red hot if you push it in long enough. You do not want it pushed in red hot, I figured out, because then you start going through teeth. So these are the teeth I'm currently using. The teeth that came with it were not very heavy duty, so I just looked up some heavy duty teeth on Amazon and was able to locate those. So these are an 8 32 inch number 8 flat blade, they call it. So one of the biggest things I realized off of watching other YouTube videos on people doing them on semi tires is that you want to see that right there. You want that kind of cutting edge, if the camera will pick that up. But yeah, you want that cutting edge on it so that you're cutting the tire. So yeah, this is what I'm doing. I am regrooving big payloader tires. So this is something I've never heard of. I watched some videos, they were pretty good videos, but they were just on semi tires and car tires. Nobody was doing it on a great big payloader tire like this. So I wanted to make my own video on what I do in the process of it in case you guys are in the same situation. So this tire regroover, I just looked it up on Amazon. It cost me 160 bucks. That is very, very cheap compared to new payloader tires. So I didn't look up how much a payloader tire is gonna cost right now, but I'm gonna guess it's multiple thousands of dollars just for one tire. So like the average car tire right now is I think 200 bucks. So I'm just gonna guess a payloader tire is probably at least $2,000, somewhere in there. So I spent 160. I think we're gonna at least get a year or two more out of these tires. And one video I watched said you can just keep regrooving these tires. So on that video, that guy said, you see this, he said this is a regrooving indicator right here. I don't know if that's true, but that's just what he said. You guys can look up those videos for yourselves and see. But yeah, just kind of want to show you guys this tire groover and how it works for us, because yeah, this is probably something we're going to start using on different projects. You know, just it's a way to save good money on tires, I think, or at least get more life out of your tires instead of throwing them away. So I'm gonna get my camera set up here. But so my first step when I'm doing these is I take and I wire brush these down just so I'm not running into rocks and dirt. So I'm just wire brushing where I'm gonna be running the tire regroover tool. So as you can see, I'm just flaking all that dirt out of there, getting the dust and small gravel rocks, stuff like that out of the tread that I'm going to be regrooving. So next, that's pretty good. I have been blowing it off with an air compressor too sometimes if there's a lot of small sediment and dirt in there. But so here we go, got the gun, and like I say, you just push down a little bit to make sure you're getting that heat to the knife, and then yeah, it's actually relatively a fast process. So right there, I just took out that much out of that tire groove. And there's the path I made. So now I'm gonna come back. I kind of use the old log as kind of a guide, and then I'll have one more strip here in the middle. So yeah, pick up the gun, kind of push, let that blade get a little warm. You'll kind of start to feel it cut more, and then you really kind of want to push. Kind of messed that up. But yeah, I figured out you kind of want to keep the tool a little more flat than you do at an angle. Kind of want to keep it down and flat for cutting. Kind of makes it cut a little easier. So then I just watch. I'm gonna swing. I'm gonna make it go like that. So there we go. Another piece taken out. I'm gonna come back, take out that middle section here. All right, and there we go. So I took that out right there. Sorry, that light might be making my camera do some weird things. So there we go. I'm gonna try to get you guys a... All right, so I'm right-handed, but so then as you can see, I'm just gonna start right here. It doesn't really matter where you could start because you can always just cut out what you need to. And I'm just gonna, so now I'm pushing it in and off we go. So you just wanna kinda, like I said, keep it flatter, then boom. There we go. Just took that out of right there. So then, can I come back? Boom. So I kind of got a little off there because I can't really see what I'm doing with where I'm trying to film all that, but there we go. Yeah, push down. Ha. I don't want to get flat again. Took out another chunk. And yeah, what's amazing about this is, so I just cut that, but this is still cool to the touch. Not really sure how that's working, but you can also, on this tool, you can adjust the depth. This I'm not being too particular with, but yeah, you can adjust your depth of these teeth just by where you're putting it at on here. So you can slide that in or out. I'm trying to keep it about right there, take that much of the tire width out. Just like that. Super easy. There we go. A little bit more area for the mud or whatever to get grip. So I'm going to start a new line right here. There we go. Well, there we go. There's another chunk out of the tire. So there you have it. So like I said, you kind of want to, you got to push pretty good, but you can, there's ways to just, once you get in the rhythm of it, you'll find it really doesn't, I mean, I've been doing this literally all afternoon. Starting to get a little sore now. I mean, you gotta give it some strength to push it, but relatively easy. All right, so there you go. That's a how-to on how to regroove big payloader tires. So if I had to give a couple words of advice, so this bolt right here, I actually stripped the nut out, trying to kind of keep that tooth where I want it to be. So this isn't an ideal fit. So as you can see, there's a little bit of a gap there in the slot, so it kind of keeps rocking out from where I want it to be, but I'm able to just keep it there by prying it every so often. It's not every push that I have to redo it, but yeah, my biggest advice is just spend the money and get the good teeth. So I believe this was sold by Amazon through a company in China. Here, I can show you the other teeth that came with it. So these are just flimsy little teeth. They're not, there's like no thickness to them whatsoever. So just spend the money, get good thick teeth, because when that blade's getting hot, that I was just finding that it would fry through these. I haven't even actually see these get red hot yet, but those ones I saw get red hot, and then when I would see it get red hot, I'd start to back it down and then it would break. So my word of advice, just find your good groove, but just find your good rhythm, and you know, in that groove, just find a way to do it and spend the extra money and get the good teeth. So you're still going to be spending a lot less money than a new tire. But yeah, as you can see, I mean, it's not the prettiest job in the world, but it's definitely gonna do what we need to do and get more years out of these tires. So there you have it. That's our how-to on how to regroove payloader tires.